There we go. What's up, guys? FSC Speed Shop. Obviously, I'm sitting in Orwell. It's dark out, and I figured I'd bring up a handful of things while I'm starting to build up an audience here, because obviously people will watch the live stream, after the fact. So, it's been a very interesting week this week. It's hard to imagine that any of this, what happened, especially yesterday, hard to believe that any of this would have happened to a guy like me. And if you notice the thumbnail when I started this live stream, if you notice that thumbnail, I'm starting to realize that it's more than just a number on analytics when you see how many people are watching your videos, or what's up, bud, drinking a beer? No, not yet. I gotta get home still. It's more than numbers on analytics when you see how many people watch the videos, because the amount of people that I run into per day, and I do run the CB. My antenna is slightly damaged, so if you shout at me on the radio and I sound weak or I'm not getting out that good, it's because the antenna's kind of got that curl thing going on from hitting a bridge. But long story short, I run into a lot of people that recognize me. Last week, actually last couple weeks, I had my nephew on the road with me, and that was really cool. He's not here now. We'll get into why he's not here now, but everything's okay. It's no major big thing on our end, but he's not here at the moment, and I miss him. He was nice. It was nice having him riding around, but he got a good break. But anyway, literally, he started noticing that I'm recognized. Literally, we're loading my other son's car at the port in Tacoma, and one of the dock workers there, I guess he drove a forklift or whatever there, he recognized the truck and me and came over and talked to me. And other than people on the CB, when it came to my nephew, that's where he started seeing, holy crap, like, I hit 30,000 subscribers, which is awesome. I never thought that would. I remember like having 1,000. I'm like, yeah, I monetized the channel. Woohoo! All right. And then it just, once you guys started really getting involved with the truck content on my channel, that's when it really started blowing up. But now it's come to the point now where I'm recognized and the truck is recognized, and it's awesome. It's different. It's awesome, and it's a humbling thing. And I have to sit and think and wonder about when this happened to other people that are big, huge channels now. When that happened to them, did they have people that they looked up to, other famous people that, I wouldn't say idols, or idol's not the right word. Role model certainly is the wrong word. Other examples of people that made it big, and either maybe you think they got their head too big. Big Easy, Coastal Auto Reaction, he knows sorry, he knows who I'm talking about. Other bigger celebrities that maybe married into massive celebrityism, and how that wrecked their business because they made certain mistakes and later recovered. But I guess my point is, I've watched so many guys get their heads overinflated, and one of those things I've always kind of sworn that if I ever actually get to a position where like the channel really gets big, that I don't let my head get too exploded. I'm wearing a shirt today that was given to me by Cape Cod Joint Base up there in obviously Cape Cod, Massachusetts, a firefighter shirt that was given to me because I made somebody's day yesterday. But they all collectively, as a group, that department really super big time made my day. And I don't know if they realized that or not. As much as I said that, I don't really think they understood exactly what yesterday meant to me. as a person. But there's a little bit more to it than just that, because these people are people that society should look up to. And they like showered me with a shirt and a hat. I don't wear hats too often, so I gave the hat to my nephew. But I obviously will rock the shirt. But these are people that people really should look up to because of the job that they have. And they showered me with the shirt and gifts and whatnot, and gave me, and along with you guys, I filmed it, gave me a ride in a truck, a very cool truck. And I'm not going to give the video away, but I got a ride in a truck, and it wasn't a fire truck. Well, maybe it was kind of a fire truck, but it wasn't a regular fire truck. It wasn't a striker, but I delivered a striker to it. And then they did something else when it came to my truck, Orwell, that they were like, hey, pull your truck in the firehouse. We're going to do something for you. And I'm like, no. Like, listen, just do it anyway. I'm like, all right, I did it. So I am seeing the comments. I haven't read any of them yet. I will get to that shortly. But this was because one of the guys, so I deliver a striker to this place, and this will be all on video, and it might be a long while till you see the video. So I deliver a striker to this place, and one of the guys recognized the truck, and apparently he's a real big fan. He's an older gentleman. And he recognized the truck and came down and was telling everybody else who I was and what I do. And he came over and talked to me. And of course, I was really thrilled that he was a subscriber, because I thought it was one of those things like, oh man, someone's gonna complain about me having a camera or something. 'Cause I had the GoPro hat like right on my head. And no, it wasn't any of that. And once he started looking up, they're like, hey, that's who you are, blah, 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 all that kind of coolness. And man, that's where it like turned into an impromptu meet and greet, just while I was delivering a truck. And afterwards, they said, well, man, you really made that guy's day. And I'm like, no, you guys made my day. And that was just completely awesome. So it's just one of those things where it's like, I see other YouTubers that are huge, like huge mega channels, right? And I often wonder, when they hit 30K, did they think about the things that I think about now? There are some people that I look up to business-wise that maybe my shop might be somewhat role modeled after, that I've seen how the rise and fall of, well, for example, West Coast Choppers. I met Jesse James a few times hanging out over at that shop in Long Beach when it was there, and I watched the rise and fall of the Long Beach location of West Coast Choppers. And I said to myself, man, you can't ever make those kind of mistakes in your life. Obviously he recovered and he did awesome with his life now. I mean, he's living the best life ever now. But those are mistakes. There are people that I look up to that maybe I don't look up to as much anymore because the head's too friggin' big. But I never took away the fact that they inspired me for me to get my channel, and I told them that in person, on camera, but I told them that in person, and I meant it. I absolutely meant it, and still do. That will never change. Some people, such as those, I look up to in a way, but also don't make those mistakes and don't ever be that kind of a douchebag. So that's where we're at. So I'm gonna start trying to read. Guys, there's a lot of comments here. I'm reading them now. So I'm gonna try to get at them real quick here, because I don't want to miss anybody. So starting at the beginning. Favorite engine. I've always been partial to driving Caterpillars. Best sounding engine was the 2-stroke Detroits. It's my answer to favorite engine. Mr. Mike, my son and I love watching you. Thanks for promoting the value of hard work. Talk about those firefighters for a moment. Those guys bust their ass, okay? And they service the Joint Base there at Cape Cod, which is cool in and of itself. But these are firefighters, like these guys that you go out for work, you don't know if you're coming home, that kind of thing. And they're looking up to me, and I'm like, no, you got it backwards, guys. I'm looking up to you. So that's good stuff right there. So yeah, the value of hard work, absolutely. You guys got to bear in mind, it doesn't matter how big this channel gets. Okay, in the end, I'm a truck driver. I'm a mechanic. I work on trucks. I work on cars. And I work on these things. No different than most of you guys. I just started a channel and started pushing them out. So I can't, my head can't get too big because I'm really no different than a guy in this truck sitting here parked next to me, or this guy over here parked in front of me, or this flatbed in front of me with a load of pipe, you know, or there's another bobtail sitting here and this guy's got little conduit. I'm no different than any of them, you know. So here, do you like W900s? Absolutely. I don't need big sleepers. A buddy of mine, 007 Juan out of Pennsylvania, he's got a one with the 86-inch studio, big. It's like a big, huge thing back there. But I don't really need big sleepers because of the way I run nowadays. So that's the best looking truck on planet Earth as far as I'm concerned, with the big sleeper. Maybe not the best looking on planet Earth, but you get the point. It's up there, definitely one of the top 5. But I don't need a big sleeper. So if I had a W900, it'd have like a little coffin box on it. Let's see here. I'm trying to read here. Michael Sinclair, do you ever come to Texas? I don't not go anywhere other than California because Orwell's not allowed in California. But yeah, if the load's paying good, I'll go to Texas. Tommy says, you are Bruce Willis' twin brother, who was the doorman of the family. I don't really get that. No, Bruce Willis has way more money than me, and he's cooler. What's my CB handle? I used to go by Roadrunner for the longest time, and still to this day I go by Q-Ball. Q-B-A-L-L. So I'm a new subscriber, and I was wondering, what kind of motor do you run in your truck? Orwell has a 3406B Caterpillar, and it's the 7FB, 7 Foxtrot Bravo variant of the 3406B. What's good horsepower, liter, engine, wheelbase, etc. to do what you do in general flatbed? Well, I don't do a lot of super heavy haul, and I'm running a 400 horse engine. My older truck, the Blue Freightliner, had an N14 Select Plus. I think it was in a 500 horsepower range. I didn't have that truck very long, but prior to that I had a 99 Pete that I put a C16 crate motor in it, not a C15, a C16, C16. That's 15.8 liters, 600 horsepower, single turbo, non-ACERT motor, couldn't keep clutch hubs in it. It just ate clutches. Every year and a half I had to put a clutch. It was insane. And I only took off at a bone-ass idle, like until I was completely off the clutch, only then did I give her throttle. So it wasn't abuse, it was just a lot of torque for that clutch. So that's what I ran. If you're gonna run any big stuff, I'm not the guy to ask. I guess you need to cut your gearing down and get the bigger power, I guess. Your head is already watermelon status. Any bigger, it might pop. All right, Vitamin Z. You ain't. Go watch a Daily Driven Exotics vlog. You'll see some head popping. Damon, not Dave. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm yet to buy your merch. Haven't gotten around to it. Been busy. Honestly, the stock's low, so I'm waiting on Silly Toast to send me some proofs of new merch that I'm going to drop with Orwell on it. That's the primary thing. And then what I call the OG shop shirts with the little logo on the front, big logo on the back. I'm going to drop them kind of simultaneously when I get them. I would expect the next 2 to 3 weeks I'll actually have shirts to sell. Beyond what I have now, which is leftover old shop shirts that I've been holding on to for a few years. So I finally got them. I wear a cowboy hat if that is any consideration. That's Slick Hagging 22, I guess. Well, you do what you got to do, man. I don't wear a hat at all. Mike Denzel, or I can't read that. Delzal says, you deserve it, brother Steve. Well, I appreciate that. It's almost embarrassing, but that's kind of cool. Oh, by the way, coincidentally, I will let you guys know, because I'm not going to be here very long. Anybody heading west from Girard, Ohio to Petro, that's where I'm parked. When I'm done with this live stream, I'm going to push these buttons in and start heading west, heading home. So anybody wants to run with me, let's go. Get at it. Girard, Ohio to Petro. That's where I'm at right now. So start leaving comments if any of you guys want to stroll on west. Toll Road Express, at least crossed Ohio. I might need to get fuel in Fremont, Indiana, too. Hello from California, land of fruits and nuts. Yeah, that ain't, yeah, they can stay there. Find a good Gary Eaton says, find a good mentor to offer suggestions and can point out the inflated head before it's insane. I had one many years ago that kept me on track. You know what? I don't believe in like life coaches or anything like that. I'm pretty good at figuring out my own life. I have a family. I have a mom, believe me. If you guys ever heard the Insane Clown Posse song, the mom song, that's definitely my mom, because no matter how big, I mean, I'm huge compared to my mother. And my mother will still put a whooping on me, sick or not, feeling good or not. My mom will still try to put a whooping on me, no doubt about it. So, yeah, I have a family that'll definitely keep me grounded. And see, you got to bear in mind, though, I'm special because I'm my mother's son, and I'm my father's son, and I'm Matt's father, and I'm Sean's father, and I'm somebody to Jen. So that's how I know I'm special, because of those people. To other people, I'm the average guy, you know, to be honest. So I don't foresee that. I'm definitely going to struggle to make sure that doesn't happen. Scott, is that an amateur radio call sign? That's Michael Sinclair. I didn't see what Scott was. Yeah, that looks like a amateur radio sign right there. Kate and Scott, KE0. I guess it's a 0. I don't know if it's an O. Yeah, it would be a 0. But my father's is WB2 PTG, so I guess digit 3 would be a number, not a letter. So yeah, his is Kilo Echo 0 Zulu Victor Zulu. He says, howdy, folks. Let's see here. Hello, I'm a new subscriber and have my own channel, also an ex-driver for 22 years. That's Willie's Pub. Ex-driver, in other words, you haven't been driving for 22 years, or you drove for 22 years and hung up the keys? Which one? Curious. Bruce says, love the videos, miss the trucking life. I am definitely in an interesting spot. Scott says, yes, it is. That is a ham radio call sign. Bad respect to those of you guys sent over here. That's Slip Cagging 22. I don't know what he's talking about. Might be talking about me. Oh, teaching tech class. I noticed a lot more cab overs on the road nowadays. Classics. Yeah, honestly, I don't think it's because of cab overs. I think it's because of vintage truck. But that's how it is. Justin Myers. Ooh, that's serious. My grandpa is dying of cancer, and he wanted me to tell you he loves your channel and love to watch you drive a cab over like he did. Him and I are watching you. Could you please say hi to Kenneth? Kenneth, what's up, brother? Hope you get your they said you're having issues with cancer, so he said dying of cancer, and that's terrible. I don't even want to say that. I'm gonna say a prayer for you, man. I'm gonna say, you know what, kick that cancer's ass and get back out, man. It ain't over till the fat lady sings, so just, man, push on, brother, push on. And if you are not gonna survive that, then, man, please live your last days as best as you can. I'll tell you a story, right? A good friend of my dad's, name was Hank Mazer. He didn't see death coming, but he lived life to the very last day. He drove a white Dodge Power Wagon. This is in New Jersey, mind you. Old Polish guy. He was Polish. Yeah, it had to be Polish. Went to a Polish church. He would drive that Power Wagon, saying a rosary. He would hold his rosary beads in one hand while he was driving down the road, you know. But he lived to his absolute last day, and he died at church. And I always said, man, I'd love to have that Hank Mazer way. Out, just live to your last minute, drive yourself to church, and then boom, out, gone. No suffering, no nothing. But we all don't get to choose that. So, like, when I look at my mom and my dad, it's like, man, just live every day as best as you can, as hard as you can. You know, it's like when you're my mom or my dad, you know your days are limited. We're all limited, but I guess you notice it more when you get closer. So, dude, Kenneth, just live every friggin' day like you gotta live every day as hard and as best as you can. That's the best route, man, in my humble opinion. Just, don't ever give up, man. Just go down fighting, and then that's how it'll talk to you about. That's how it'll talk about you for long after you're gone. They'll talk about how you fought that crap and just beat it as hard as you could. That's the best way to go out, if you ask me. Just live every day, man. That's a humbling thought that you enjoy my channel, and I hope that helps, man. Hope that helps you. Hope it helps your family too. Really do. Tim 189, hey man, stay safe out there from New York. Absolutely. Brad H, 3408 Cat. If I get him a fine one, I'd think about it. Not in Orwell. Orwell's going to stay as we are. But a future truck. I'm looking into another truck, but man, I just one thing after another, after the other, after the other. You know, it's hard to build one truck when I'm still trying to fix this one. Let's see here. Brendan Lewis, hey, Fashion Hat, how's the drive, bro? So far, so good. Bear in mind, I will mention this. The videos that I last dropped, I'm still in the process of using the bobtail to go get Orwell. Tomorrow in the morning, I drop a new one. It's scheduled on YouTube. I already have it uploaded. I edited it last week. That's me firing up Orwell, moving it out of the way in front of the trailer, and hooking up the Kenworth to the trailer, and then getting going to go deliver the load. So as far as the produced videos go, Orwell's still broken down. Obviously, I'm in Orwell. We did a live stream when we were out there with Nikki to go pick up my other son's car, or Matthew's car that my other son gave him. And then we grabbed another striker and headed east, and now I'm on my way back with a military truck. Like I said, if anybody is running west and wants to run with me tonight, because once I get done here, I'm going to push these buttons and start driving. I'm at DePetro in Girard, Ohio, off of 80, what's that, 226, and I'm going to start heading west as soon as I'm done with this live stream. We're out of here. So, I want to go home. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm trying to get through him so I can catch up to him. Somebody almost unsubbed about my Insane Clown Posse comment. Hey man, if you don't like my choice in music, I don't know what to tell you. Just gonna have to live with that. Jonathan Hangover says she brought you in and she could take you out. Oh, Mom, yeah, absolutely. And she would too. She's still vicious if she needs to be. Man, I got so many comments I gotta get caught up on. New subscriber from Prosper, Texas. Love your style of videos. I appreciate that. Awesome, thank you. Let's see here. You're in Girard. Yes, I am. I am in Girard. And let's see here. Oh, I'm actually caught up now. All right, so let me bring up a point here because I'm getting a lot of comments when I did the transmission update. Now, what happened was Orwell broke down. Bad transmission lost. I lost the bearings in the transmission in the back case, and towed Orwell home. Took it apart. Took the transmission out and brought it to Badger Rebuild. Badger Rebuild rebuilt the transmission. I then put it in. But prior to me installing it, I did a live stream, which ended disastrously bad because it was a sponsored video, and Matt was just being an unconscionable prick. And it was Johnny Takeover. He let his head get too friggin' big. And he forgot that he is not me. He's not the star of the show, and I am. And I don't act that crazy. And then finally, he almost knocked the transmission off the cherry picker from lifting it out of the truck and sending it on the transmission jack. Damn near dropping it. Granted, not that far, and it would have fell on a pallet. But at that point, I had enough, and I actually ripped him a new way of crap. And I said, you know what, this being a sponsored video, time to just drop it. So I dropped it, the video, not the transmission. And the transmission update was because I made a deal with Badger for advertising on the channel, obviously have to do with a deal with the cost of the transmission. I wanted them to get an immediate video quickly, and then they would get more spots as we work on the transmission. We haven't got caught up that far yet. So that's why the transmission update. So then when they saw the transmission fail on the produced videos, they were like, oh my God, the transmission broke again. No, it didn't. It didn't break again. It only broke once. But I had made that video because these live streams are usually so far ahead of the produced videos. So I did put a comment about that, but not everybody reads that. So bear in mind, when I'm doing live streams, I'm going to start like putting live stream in the thumbnail, so you guys know that when it's a live stream, it's way ahead of the regular vlog schedule. And no, I'm not going to start numbering all the vlogs, because if I do an update that skips ahead, what number do I give that? See the problem? So some guys, they film and they edit and drop the same day. No, we're literally like a month behind or so. I can pick up the pace, but I got to get home to edit, and right now I've been buried in trucking work. Since I put the transmission in the truck, I have been going almost nonstop. working a little bit at the shop and a lot editing, so I'm crazy busy. I've never worked this. I should say this. I certainly have worked harder in my life, but I've never been this busy, and that's good. I love that. Let's see here. Is Orwell broke? No, Orwell's not broke. Well, no more broke than it ever is. Stupid crack keeps breaking. My step broke underneath on my fuel tank, so I got to get that welder or a bracket replaced. I guess that classifies as broke, right? Nothing, no major problems. Everything's running great. Let's see here. Ryan Woodham said, just got back in my rig from finishing putting new turbo on my Detroit at the Pilot in Ocala, Florida. Love your channel. Appreciate that. Awesome. Let's see here. Gus, fully make construction. Just go easy. Lesson learned. All right. So I was going to say the firefighter you guys sent to New Australia, but I have mad respect for them. Not sure what he was talking about. Interestingly, I got a message from a man that's originally from the UK, who is a firefighter down at the naval base in Africa, Djibouti, Africa. That's the red striker where you see the red BMW cut in front of my truck as I was filming with the Mercedes. That truck made it to Djibouti, and apparently sometime after I had dropped it off, whether it be, I don't know, I didn't hear the whole story, but either in the port in the States or the port over there, or even on the ship, who knows, somebody hit not my truck, the other truck with a forklift truck, and damaged it. So, but I got a lot of messages from that man that, like I said, is from the UK and works at a naval base down there. About that, he was just looking up, trying to find stuff about that striker, and he was quite surprised to see a video of me hauling it to the port. That was kind of cool. So, I thought that was awesome. Let's see who else is asking your questions. Hey Steve, what do you think about a 93 Freightliner FLA 63 cab over with a Detroit S60, but somehow there is no Jake brake in the truck? Should I buy it? Dude, I don't know how much. I mean, price, you can look, any truck can make money. Any truck can make money. I don't care how crappy the fuel economy is. Any truck can make money if you're pulling the right freight. I don't know. It's so much more to, condition, mileage, whether it's sat a long time or not, You can always add a Jake. You can always add that. Take a look at Twin Stick Garage. He rebuilds older trucks in Alberta, Canada. Yeah, I've seen some of his work. He does good work. Oh man, it hurts to watch him though. In the cold weather, the work he does in that cold weather. Oh man. I know he wants to make that shop bigger. But man, I love that heated shop I got too. What does that mean? What do I have on now? Are you getting weird with me? Joy Reardon. Steve, what kind of CB do you have in Orwell? That is a Galaxy 33, I believe. I can't see it, read it. But yeah, pretty sure it's a 33. Twin Stick Garage, good channel. Nice guy from Alberta, Canada. Yes, very nice guy. Very typical Canadian. Very nice guy. I don't know what else to say. Let's see here. How do you like driving to Kenworth? Well, I'm not driving to Kenworth now. I'm in Orwell. Like I said earlier, I don't know if you caught that or not. The produced videos are way behind. This obviously a live stream. So I've already had with the new division in Orwell, drove all the way out to the West Coast, came all the way back, and then went all the way out to Cape Cod, and now I'm on my way back. I'm in Girard, Ohio with the Pilot, and when this live stream's over, I'm going to push these buttons in and head west. So if anybody's heading west or sitting over here, let's run, let's go. Before as the Kenworth goes, it was a truck. I don't need a sleeper that big. Excuse me. I don't need a sleeper that big, but a comfortable ride, good truck. I wouldn't down it. It's just I wouldn't own it because it's not a glider. Does Pat Carr not understand that washer nozzles are an important safety feature? It should be heated for its drivers. It gets cold here in North America. Man, let me tell you something. I get so much. First of all, I know it's a boring video, and I filmed it, and I'm like, I even debated on whether I should edit it and put it out or not. And I decided I would, just because, you know, crap happens. Maybe it would help somebody to, like, how to thaw your windshield washers out on the fly. Because, so I got a lot of hate on that crap. And it's like, oh, you didn't check your fluids. I'm like, it's 5 friggin' degrees outside, all right? I started up, it had oil pressure. I let it idle for like hours just to try to warm up. It was freaking 5 degrees when I started that truck. It didn't warm up at all during the day. I don't want to hear none of that crap. I didn't know where the windshield washer reservoir was. Yeah, no crap. Okay, I'm sitting at the yard. So at the time I made that video, I drove that truck like 4 hours, 3 hours-ish, maybe. How far is it from Wisconsin, like Milwaukee area, to like the first rest area in Lake Station, right? Really? So it was just a bad time. And no, I'm not going to put alcohol in a solid block of ice. Now, it was thawed out enough to where when I left the yard, I hit the button and it worked. But obviously it didn't work much. When I stopped at Racine at the Petro, I added fluid to it. To my surprise, it wasn't empty. So I put a little bit more in there. Well, that didn't work. And I was using the Prestone de-icer. But whatever was in there from the truck sitting for so long was a solid block. So I had to thaw the whole damn system out. It is what it is. My pack car don't put them in a better spot. I don't know. I'm not a truck designer. But yeah, I got a lot of crap on that one. I'm like, you know what? Some people, I swear, some of you guys, very select few, some of you guys doing the wrong business. You should have tried to be a DOT cop. But they probably couldn't pass the test. So there you go. That's for the trolls. Have I ever met Just Truckin'? My call sign is KAFP0633. What kind of CB do you have in the truck? I got a Galaxy 33. No, I've never met Just Truckin'. I've never met any, like, trucking YouTuber yet out here, to be honest. Actually, I've been in contact with Gentry on Instagram a lot. Try to put something together, but again, he drives, I drive, so it's a matter of trying to figure out getting the same trucks at the same spot at the same time, and that could be problematic. And right now, I just been buried in freight, so we're busy. We're busy. That's why Wood Myers is hiring. We need to fill these trucks. We got to get freight hauled. What am I hauling? An old military het truck, but it's not military anymore. It's an old auction truck that somebody bought and then later sold, and I'm moving it back to Wisconsin. What load do I have on? That's that het truck. I used to own a 1990 Kenworth K100E short sleeper with a double bunk. Now that's a nice looking truck. I like the K100s. Those are cool looking trucks. Let's see here. Love them when you are logging. Okay. Ironically, Twin Sticks is building Snowman. Yeah. Yeah, it's the, you got to make sure you nickname your trucks. What's going on there, Ray Wilson? I see you there. Where are you and what are you hauling? Never mind, you're in Girard, Ohio on your way back from the East Coast. Yes, that's me. I have a het truck on. Those big monster military tractors that tow, like, literally Abrams tanks. Those big bastards. And it does fit in the well, but barely. I was just working in Cape Cod yesterday. They got a big project near the canal. Yeah, I just delivered that Striker over there at the base, so that was pretty cool. Jason Fort, love the B model engine. First truck I drove had one. Hello from Alberta, Canada. Love your channel. Thank you very much. I work at Pierce. Oh, this is Joe Bren. I work at Pierce. Seen you picking up trucks before. I knew you had a channel here. Keep the videos coming. I plan on it. So, matter of fact, I still got, no, it's at home. Matt has it. Still got the hat they gave me. Love to see if I can get a, when it gets cold again, get a woolly hat that's got Oshkosh Airport products. Or are you talking about Pierce at the main plant, or are you talking about up there at CB? Well, I'm off to bed. Drive safe. That's Elwood Webster. Peterbilt's when they're hauling logs. Got it. When are the Alcoa rims coming? As soon as I buy them. I just got done with a transmission, so they're coming. Steve, I love your channel. I'm looking at using a single axle tractor to start a hotshot company. Do you think it's a good idea? Hot-shotting? I'd probably stick with a pickup truck. That when you're empty, you can feel the magnet flags off and ride. That's my first thought. Did you pick up at Oshkosh? No, not this one. This I picked up in Union, New Jersey. Hey Steve, great channel. I love Orwell. I was wondering if the 808 on Orwell means, or if it's inside speed shop thing. Great. Okay, so that's my truck number. The truck number 808. That's Whitmire's truck number or unit number for my truck. And I put it in a logo, my logo. And the inside Iggy on the 808 is, if you look around the 8 and the O and 8, you'll see a little bit of yellow. That's a little bit of homage to my my first Peterbilt, a canary yellow 1999 379. COC, cocaine. I see you have more passion to build cars, but people like you in your cab over. Do you think about doing more work on your truck? I push that like button every time I support and see that happening. Well, the shop started off as a car channel. My shop building cars was a idea to get me off the road, not being on the road full time, and so I could try to get custody of my youngest son, Matthew. That worked. So I started working on Orwell only because I wanted to get an older truck and get around the issues that newer trucks have, mainly the price, but not the only thing. So when I started putting vlogs on Orwell, or when I started running, Orwell on the channel, it was because the car shows dried up. I didn't think anybody wanted to see it, but I had to put something out. And then all of a sudden it hit. So that's why Orwell became the channel, and that's why the channel kind of turned into trucks. But honestly, I still bring the cars in because in the channel, because if something happens to me, I like to diversify. I might lose most of the audience, but I'll still have some. So I don't want to lose the whole thing if maybe, God forbid, I get sick or hurt, can't drive. So that's why I still work on the cars on the channel. How do you like those narrow lanes on the Bourne Bridge? Oh, with the Striker, you just center line that crap, man. You just run the center line, not a big problem. Do that all the time. Mad Murdoch, hi from the UK. Oh, now I'm thinking about the 18. Howlin' Mad Murdoch. HM Murdoch. Hey Steve, was wondering why you only use your truck brakes and not your trailer brakes. Oh, why do I have, when I'm stopped, why do I have to set the trailer brake? Because then I have to re-air the trailer and wait for them to release. And sometimes on some trailers it takes a long time. Some of you guys that pull vans for these big mega companies, they install dump valves for the railroad. So when you set the trailer brakes, your suspension airs down. So then when you release your trailer brakes, you're sitting there 5 minutes waiting for your trailer to air back up. The hell with that. I'll just use the tractor brake. I'm sitting still because I don't need that many brakes to not move. I need a lot of brakes to stop. But once I'm stopped, it doesn't take much to hold the truck from moving. What happened to my 99P? Oh, to be honest, I had a bad head gasket and needed a radiator. The frame was getting thin. And I decided to sell it when somebody offered me too much money. I was just sitting outside my shop, and a farmer wanted it to haul crap. Literally. I'm like, you're using a rooster cruiser to haul crap. He's like, yeah. Okay. His check cleared. Ray Wilson says, actually, both sides of FSC Speed Shop are equally entertaining. Man, I try, but a lot of people don't really care about the car stuff, but it is what it is. They don't watch. I can see it. Believe me, the analytics show. When I drop car content, boom, views go right down. I mean, there's still a lot, but not like there would be with the truck. So, and honestly, the better videos that I've gotten with the most views have been when there's drama. But I'm not going to break a transmission just to get a lot of views. Remember, can't stop an 18-wheeler on a dime. But yes, you can. It usually takes a lot of concrete. They'll stop real quick. It's just you got to find something hard enough to stop them. But yeah, as far as brakes go, yeah, it takes a lot of brakes to stop, no doubt. When Sturgis days come, will you get Matt a bike to ride? Matt has 3 cars. That's enough. Well, let's see if he can keep out of trouble with that drift car he's got. He's already got talking to me. I'm not going to say which department, but not mine. Not mine, where I live. But Matt's already got a talking to with that car from a cop. So Didn't give him any trouble, but Matt didn't give the cop any trouble neither. But yeah, a kid in the car. That happens. He didn't get pulled over. He did not get pulled over. He just got a talking to. He might have been doing something he shouldn't have been. You know, things like I've done before and have filmed. The first truck I had was a 79 white Road Commander. It does me good to see the old machinery rolling, making money. I'm eyeballing an 86 Freightliner FL80 cab over. Maybe start dragging containers. Ooh, if there's money in that, go for it. Like I said, if you're doing the right work, any truck will make money. Going fast isn't the issue. Suddenly becoming stationary is a problem. Absolutely, no doubt about that. Bugger the content when you don't have enough money to spend for repairs. Well, yeah, so it's like, you got to bear in mind, I just film me working, so some of the videos aren't the most fun. You can only make something fun. You can only make boring stuff so fun, right? Like thawing out your windshield wipers. That was a big problem that day, trust me. Gotta watch out for those concrete walls. Yeah, that's true. I only said tractor brakes out of habit because in the winter your trailer brakes could freeze after running in the winter. Yeah, that's true too. And then it's even there in the winter, you want to try to drag your tractor brakes a bit to get them hot enough so when you set them, they don't freeze. That way you heated off all the water. I watched your DMC DeLorean video this morning. Your car videos are good. Everyone should go back and watch the older FSD videos. Well, of course, I'll save that. Now, I will say that I was still getting better at my craft when I did the DeLorean videos. Not bad for a guy that literally just drove up to DMC Midwest, knocked on a door and says, "Hey, how are you? I got a camera. Well, let's talk." And that's a goal, to buy a car. And I'll probably buy one off him. But that'll be obviously cash money. But I'm looking at other things. I got a boat engine to build. I got Alcoa's put on this. Orwell could use a lot of spiffing up now that the spring's here. But I got a family stuff to do. And 30K subs, that doesn't make you rich. Put some extra money in your pocket, but I ain't rich. And I just bought some stuff to upgrade my kid's car. So, I'm not complaining. But I have more ideas of things I want to do with money than money. Let's see here. What city in Wisconsin you in? I have a family in Oostburg, I guess that is. Well, no, I have, I'm actually in Girard, Ohio with the Petro. Incidentally, if anybody's here and you're here, shoot me a message or something. And once I'm done with this live stream, I'll be heading west, toll road. So get on 80 and hauling ass. Cocaine says, because car content is too much already on YouTube, you're the first real cab over driver in YouTube. Yeah, that's true. Like I told my nephew, who's big into gaming, who should not be, it's a very crowded field in the automotive world, but that's also where I know a lot. Now, my mistake was I started the channel based on cars on the shop, not on the trucks. Honestly, guys, I never thought anybody would want to see me drive around the country in an old truck. I thought nobody would. Oh, excuse me. Then repeating. Pork chops from the Fuel Island. I never thought anybody would want to see a guy drive around an old truck. So I didn't do it until the pandemic hit and the car shows had died off. Ray Wilson asks, is the F-100 still in storage? My first truck was a 1600 IH with a 345 gas engine. Oh God, Ray, that's old school. Yeah, it's still in storage. I still don't have a title. My older son still doesn't have a title to the Thunderbird. He hasn't paid for it yet either, because he's not going to give his mother any money until that title work is handled. So, yeah, I'm still waiting on my ex-wife to get a title. that truck will rust away sitting there. Has Jen rode with you to Sturgis? If so, what was her reaction? No, she has not. We probably will one day. Right now I have Matt still living at home, and Matt doesn't have a bike, and we're not taking him to Sturgis. He can do that on his own. In one day in the future. Believe me, Jen, there's nothing that happens to Sturgis would bother Jen. Believe me. If you knew how I met Jen through that radio show in Florida, which, yes, I did see, he got that thing running again. and misspelled my name, of course. So yeah, I know about it, and it's whatever, man. It's free engine, let him use it. But yeah, that's how we met through that show. You can make money with a bike and Little Red Wagon picking up cans. Oh, that's true. My grandfather had a saying about stuff like that too. What cameras do you use? Well, I have Sony Handycam with the big mic and the dead cat. Oh, open up, there you go. I don't know if you guys can see, but the lens will move, so it helps with the vibrations and stuff. But that's what I use when I'm outside of the truck. And I have my GoPros, where's the other GoPro? Here it is. This is a Hero 7. And then up here, suction cup to the windshield, is a Hero 8 with a cracked back glass. Oops. I do want to get a third. I do want to get a third so I can have two cameras facing me while I'm talking, while I'm driving, and another one outside. I like the multi-angle thing, so we'll see. I am looking into a third. Plus, I have none that are waterproof because both have cracked glass. What's wrong with Orwell's transmission? Is bearing out, seal, or losing? Oh, bearings. Just rear bearings went out, and it took out a couple of shafts and gears along the way, but not fatally, but enough to ruin things. So, but yeah, just the bearing got tired, and probably for 1,000 miles or better, I couldn't hear it in the truck, but the camera in the back, you heard it in low range. You definitely heard that whine. So go back a few videos, you'll hear it. I didn't really point it out, but you'll hear it. Love the videos and really enjoyed the adventures of Orwell. That's Frank Felice, maybe. Awesome, Frank. Thank you very much. Steve, my first truck I drove was the 89 International 9800 back in 92. Nice to see the old iron rolling. Yeah, I might be, because a lot of guys that are on YouTube with cab overs, they don't run them. That brings up the whole point where somebody mentioned about what I do and why the channel started taking off. Bruce Wilson may have been one of the first, if not the first, with cab over. However, at that time, Bruce Wilson was not a truck driver until he leased his truck on with Gentry and Sons. Now, Gentry and Sons made it so Bruce can make money with blue collar, but Bruce was kind of using that truck as not for hire personal use, and then he got into jam up with probation, and I don't know why making money on YouTube is considered a job from what I see on the internet. So I haven't spoke to him about it. Obviously, I don't know the man, never met him, never even spoke to him. But apparently that's where probation kind of got on his ass about it. So he can work the truck, and he has worked the truck with Gentry. If you look at Gentry and Sons videos, you'll see them working together, doing stuff for Cletus McFarland. But Bruce can't be on video, which is ridiculous. If he's not breaking any laws, he's making money, why is that a problem? So he was probably the first one with a working cab over, and then there was me, and then Gentry bought the Air Force cab over off Bruce Wilson, and then he got that other cab over, he just bought that yellow Freightliner, and so he started kind of going towards cab over content, but he's an old dog that loves old trucks, so let's say old, I think I'm older than him, but he's just one of those guys that like older rigs, so, and he's a hard-working son of a bitch. I mean, he grinds it out, so I guess as of right now, YouTube-wise, it's only me, Bruce Wilson, and Gentry. And me and Gentry are the only ones that can do content until Bruce Wilson's done with probation. So, and you know he's going to come back out swinging hard. So, he's got a channel to revive. Wish him the best. Hope it works out great. So, but yeah, I guess right now, cab over game on YouTube, it's 2. Me and Gentry. Let's see here. William Orwell's 84 Peter car. Yes, it is. I met Sweetie Pie number 3 at a strip club in Melbourne. I'm not going to tell you some of the older stories, but maybe in person I'll tell you some old stories. Yeah. Nah, I'm not talking about Jen. Jen I met because she was a fan of the same show. We just got to talking, and I used the truck to go see her. She was still living in Philly. and used the truck to see her a bunch of times, and then got tired of driving out to Philly to see her, so she came to stay with me, and that's how it went. Let's see here. That's cocaine again. I hope Roland CB radio guy catch you on the road somewhere. That would be awesome. I've seen a lot. Everybody I meet's going the other way. It's always seemed the way it works. Aaron Price says, hey Steve, I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Awesome. Scott Coleman, where is my nephew? Ah, shit. Crap. I meant crap. I forgot. I mentioned he's not in the truck right now. My sister used to be married. That's what she's married now. But her ex-husband, that's who she had, Kip and Nicky. That's his father's name. My sister was married to Kip, and they had 2 children, my niece and my nephew being Nicky. And Kip's mother passed away, and that's my nephew's Guma. So she's been sick for a while, and she's been doing not so good. So while we were on our way out to Cape Cod, I got the phone call from my sister that Guma had passed away, and I needed to start trying to figure out how to get Nikki back towards New Jersey. So
cruising down the street in my 6'4".
At that point, I said, okay, what we'll do is I'll swing close to Jersey and I'll drop Nick off. So my sister came out to the TA truck stop, met us, we had lunch. We broke the news to Nick at that point that his grandmother, or Guma, had passed away. He cried, he was upset, and then he kind of hulked up and, got back in himself, and he accepted it. He knew she was sick, but that's why Nick's not here now, is because he's got a funeral to go to. So I was able to get him home, and that's a good thing. So that's why he's not here. And I missed it. I missed the little sucker too. I miss him. He actually was a lot of fun at the house, a lot of fun at the shop. An awesome camera guy, because we almost blew up Matt's car, and he caught it all on film. He did an awesome job. So he's a great kid. I love him to death. He's a great kid. Jay Miles, like your videos with DDE. Well, I'll get into that. That day I also took a lot of pictures and put DDE in Exotic Automotive Magazine. And I sent it to them when they were doing all that work up at August Luxury Motor Cars. Anybody notice they're not at August anymore? Anyway, so I sent the magazines. I said, hey, I got you guys on the cover, did a whole photo shoot, article, a whole bit, whole 9 yards, and close your eyes for a thank you note. Nothing. Because to them, it's all about competition. They got to be the best. Everybody's got to be the worst. And I've heard through the grapevine from other people that, bigger channels, that he uses a lot of shops for free. He pushes customer cars away from the shop that gives him free work. And he'll tell the shops he's working with, don't do work with other YouTubers because you're my shop. That's what I hear. And of course, if you put him in a magazine, he can't even just say, hey, thank you. Or, hey, the vlog where you made sure my car didn't get destroyed, the Murcielago, that was me making sure it didn't get messed up. They get a thank you? No. So, big head. Big head. All right, Price. Glad to see you back in Orwell. Absolutely. Hey, Steve. Cheers from Argentina. Awesome. Transport National, Oak Creek, Wisconsin. Brad H. I don't know what that is. He's talking to somebody else. Gentry has blue collar now because Bruce can't find work with it in Florida, but Bruce will get back off when he's off probation. Absolutely. Yeah, he should be. Gentry should have that truck along with a bunch of other stuff down at Cletus and Cars. So yeah, Bruce can't be on YouTube. That's stupid, but that's the way it is. So I can't wait to see him get back out here, no doubt about it. And I'd love to meet the man personally. I'd like to meet the both of them. We'll see. Well, there's got to be something happening in the future. That Gentry rumor he's buying another cab over 10-4. That's what I hear. He hasn't told me about it, but yeah, that's what I hear. I don't think it's what he said on a video. Oh, hey, there you go. He's got a new shop he's building too, so he'll have the room to work on all of that too. In fact, I'll be in a new shop summertime too. That'd be great. Is the truck still broken? No, truck's running just fine. Joe Sweetland, when do you think you'll be traveling towards Massachusetts? Who the hell knows? I really don't know. But next week I should be going towards Baltimore again next week. Some of the cab over drivers on YouTube, most of them are just running their cab overs for show. Well, most don't run revenue freight on them. And a lot of guys don't want to run an older truck. They think, falsely so, they think you can't get parts for them. Some things are challenging, that's true. But not impossible. You may have to work a little bit. Dealers don't know what to do with them, so you got to do more of your own work or find a reputable shop that knows what the hell they're doing. But yeah, it can be done. I do it. Tim Gentry does it. Bruce Wilson does it. So yeah, there's no reason you can't run an older truck. And all the crap you hear about insurance, that's bull. Mine's insured. Duh. I'm pulling fire trucks that are worth almost $1 million. Obviously, there's insurance. So that's all nonsense. It's all the big corporate companies trying to get you to buy their truck. That way they can have you pay for their maintenance with their lease purchase crap. What is your favorite meal? Stuffed calamari. It takes a long time to make it. Joshua Houston says, hey, cue ball. I think I should know him, but I probably don't. Oh, yeah, that's right. Tim Atwell says Gentry shop blew down, said on his live channel. Yeah, that's right. The wind took it down. They had the scaffolding up and had it framed out and all fell crashing down. Oh, man. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, big setback. Big setback there. And that's... Anybody... Chevy 250 SS. Anybody used to watch Allie Knight when she was making videos? No, I don't even know who that is. Hi from Alabama. You're an interesting guy for sure. That's Lem7975. All right, 57 minutes. I'm kind of think that's long enough. All right, guys. I guess for nothing else, we'll see what kind of questions you got. I can't believe nobody. I'm running a lot of people on the highway, and nobody watching this, I guess nobody listens to it on YouTube or whatever, is going to be running the Ohio Turnpike westbound today from Girard, Ohio. Let's see here. Gord I'm not even going to try that, Gord. I'm going to ruin it. It's worse than mine. I found Bruce Wilson first, then Gentry and Son when Tim bought the Air Force truck, and found your all good one to follow. Absolutely. Thank you. What was wrong with truck and how did you fix it so fast? What, Orwell? Oh, so fast. I haven't released the videos. Haven't even edited them yet. Transmission went out. So I towed it home, pulled the transmission, had it rebuilt, put it back in, went to the West Coast, came back, went to the East Coast. I'm on my way back. I've got all that stuff still to edit, brother. That's my kind of luck. Be safe. Jesse White. Gentry paint this truck pink. Fuel line heater working good? No, the weather heater's working better. Oh, that's the other thing. It was like, oh, you should have did that. You know, okay, great. I'm sorry. I failed to make the weather warm. Here, global warming. I'll idle it up a little louder. There, it should be a little warmer. At least a few degrees. See, what's the wheelbase on Orwell? Short. I never measured it. I really don't know. I should measure once. What do you mean you're going to another shop? What's wrong with outside the drive-in? Well, I can't get a trailer in that shop. And to get a long tractor in there, you got to do the back and forth, because you got to come in at a 90-degree into the building that was never built to have trucks and trailers into that angle of the door. Also, the neighbor whose delivery truck hit, not the neighbor's truck, but one of his delivery trucks hit my truck. The neighbor could use that space without having to travel. So my landlord offered me a better building, which is bigger, and I can get a straight shot to get a tractor and trailer in the building. Although I would have to detach the tractor from the trailer to get the door to drop, but it'll be it'll be wider and longer than the one I'm in now, and it'll have 2 doors and a storeroom with another door. So all that perimeter shelving you see in my shop now will be gone. That'll be in the storeroom, which I can also use as a small parking space for a car. So that way I can like park the personal vehicle there, anything being worked on be in the shop. So it's a better building, and it's reasonably close, and I'm going to try to keep it under wraps as to its location until I figure out how to deal with people that just show up randomly. It's not so bad at the shop. I'm not trying to be an ass, but don't come to my apartment. Like, seriously, do not come to my apartment. Wisconsin is a concealed carry state, and we have a lot of freedom seat deployers at home. Don't come to the shop. Or sorry, don't come to the house. Shop's okay if I'm there, but if I'm not there, you gotta go. You know, be hanging out. But yeah, the apartment, do not come to the apartment. I'm telling you, it's a big mistake. Don't do that. Good evening from Cleveland. Stay safe out there. I'll be strolling through there on the toll road shortly. It's all good. My last name is Scottish. Okay, that's Gord. Yeah, gotcha. I've never heard of Trucking with Schmidt. He mentioned you. You guys are good bloggers. Yes, I've heard of. I've seen a bunch of his stuff. He's where the hell's he out of? He's out of Iowa. He's out of Iowa out there. He's a real man. I don't think, man. You could probably slap that guy in the face and he wouldn't get angry. Like, he's just real cool. Like, he's just real mellow and chill. Like, he is opposite of me. I mean, I'm pretty chill, but he's like chill to the next level. Yeah, he seems like a pretty cool dude. I'd love to run into him one day on the road. Crap. Let's see here. Hey Steve, I drove over the road for years, had to get off through the health creases. Man, I miss it. Thanks for keeping it real. That's Aaron Price. And yeah, again, that's why I can maintain the car content. So if anything ever happened to me in the trucks, I still have some kind of content to put out. I guess you know that your chatters, many of them are looking forward to your next run with Orwell. Yeah, it'll be a little bit out of produced videos, but I am in Orwell right now. I'll probably, you know what, I'll hop out in a minute and I'll take a video. I'll turn the camera around, I'll let you see Orwell and the load and all that whatnot. I like how Steve and Keith are real family guys. Absolutely, it got to be. I mean, that's why I work so hard, it's my family. Live trucker on YouTube, crazy man. Yeah, well, I'm sitting still, so it don't make a difference. When do you move to the new shop? Don't know yet. He's still putting it together, like dividing up the building into separate units and all of that stuff. There'll be other shops there, other units, I should say. But yeah, that I was told summertime, so yeah, that'll be a while. Not that long, but long enough. Let's see here. What else? Alright, so I'll hop out and show what I got. So let me take the phone off the rack, turn the camera around, and hop out without falling. Alright. There's the load. Picked that up in Union, New Jersey. That's going over by Oshkosh Truck. And of course, Orwell, everybody's favorite rim. Oh, here, they're talking about the 808. So this is Orwell's truck number, 808. But see the yellow? That yellow is there because of my old yellow Peterbilt. So that's why I put that there. You see my wanged up antenna right there, my CB antenna. I can't see nothing now. that's the load. Alright, let's see here. Comments. Do you idle while you sleep? Only when it's really, really cold out. Yes, that rim is famous. Straight pipe on Orwell. Well, it doesn't look it, does it? Look close. Looks like a muffler. Looks like a muffler. Yes, Chevy 250 SS, it is a lot of work. Takes a lot of time, no doubt about it. Still waiting for some FSC t-shirts on the site to promote Good Thing. Yeah, we're trying to get them made. And my mom is calling me, so I'm going to have to let you guys go. Yes, Jen is from Philly originally. Steve, what would you recommend to start out with, a cab over or a long hood? It all depends on the price and what you're going to do with it. I would focus more on the year and the price. Big thing you got to worry about, in my opinion, is the year. Most important thing you got to deal with is the year. You want a 2000. If it's a 2000, you want a 99 year engine or older, or just stick with 99 or older VIN, and then you're ELD exempt. If you run a mechanical, you're also speed limiter exempt when they eventually, try to burn us on that. And obviously EPA exempt because it's too old to have all of that. You don't have to buy cat piss. That's the answer for that. Oh, how low to the ground is the trailer? Oh, this one's kind of small. Gotta have at least a few.
Cruising down the street in my 6'4".
You can almost get a beer can under there. Pretty low. You always got to watch out for the DOT, Aaron. Alright guys, that's it. I got to call my ma. We've been out here for an hour and 7. So I'm going to call my ma, and then once we get done with that, I'm going to push him in and get strolling. So if anybody sees me heading west, shout me out. We're going to leave here, Girard, Ohio, and then head west. Plan on being home tomorrow. Alright guys, that's it. Have a great night.